Well, hello and good afternoon, everybody. Now, this is a little bit of a first here because we're actually live on the website, on Facebook, and on YouTube as well. So, welcome along to everybody. And really busy YouTube already. Hello, Christine, Karina, hi, Jackie, hi, WC, Michelle, and Karina, and Sandra. Who else is there? Just bear with me. So, yes, sorry to pop up on my YouTube channel without notifying you. Afternoon, Linda. We've got on the website. Afternoon, Anne on the website. Hello to you. And oh gosh, lots of you on Facebook as well. So first in, Amanda, Caroline. Hello, hi, Mandy. And Pat and Zell and Anne and Janet and oh, lots, 169 of you already. Okay, well, what we're going to be doing. Yeah, sorry, Lisa. I didn't warn you, Lisa, with the spanner that I was going to pop up. I just sat here fiddling with my fingers, just wondering what shall I do. And I thought, I'll see if we can go live on all three. So there we go. Isn't it wonderful when it works? Anyway, what we're going to do, I've got some new fabrics to show you on the website because this is website day on a Wednesday afternoon, and then I'm going to make a cushion cover. You may have seen the pleated cushion covers that I made before, but this one's going to have a little bit of a twist to it. Let me just turn the volume off that just in case it rings. I'm good, thank you, Vivian. Yes, I am very good, actually. I'm better than I expected to be because I thought we weren't going to get the house at all, and I had a call just before we came live today saying it's all going to go through. So yeah, hopefully it won't be too long. Hello, Jan in Portland. Right, let's get into this. I've got my new mug that Gary bought me. I don't know what he's trying to say. I've got my coffee early today because Kat's gone to the vets. So Lisa, you'll be sad about this one. She's oh, hello, Sue in Australia, and Jean in Scotland. Yeah, we've got two cats left now, and they're both 21 years old. Sid and Ollie. They don't look it. Sid's looking a bit scruffy these days, but she's become obsessed with water, so that's not a good sign. So much so that she sleeps next to the tap on the kitchen windowsill. So yeah, we're going to have her at the vets and see if we can sort anything with her in a good way. Hello, Wendy in Malaysia. Hello, Velma, first time chatting. Welcome along. Linda, we're moving to just east of Peterborough, which wasn't the area that we wanted to move to at all. We wanted to move south, but we saw this house and fell in love with it, and house took precedence over area at the end of the day. Difficulty finding top and dresses with sleeves. Phase 8 this one. I'd like to say I made it, but I don't have time at the moment. Thanks, Leslie. Hello, Natala. Hi, Bernadette on the website, and Sylvia in Italy, and hello, Kimberly Hind. Right, let's get on with stuff. We do have a lot of new fabrics on the website. I haven't got them all here because they're all down at the, I'm going to say the warehouse now because it's getting that way. But we do have a lot of dressmaking fabrics coming in and there already. And the jerseys that Kim has bought are amazing. So these are stretch jersey, but they're really lovely quality. You know, sometimes with jerseys, when you stretch them and they go a little bit see-through, this doesn't happen like that at all, but it's very fine and it drapes beautifully. So I'm thinking tops, floaty skirts. Can you see where I am there? I think I've moved my camera somewhat. Just bear with me while I do that. Move you out the way because you're empty. There, that's better, isn't it? Yeah. And you out the way. Gosh. So that's the, I don't know what they're called, but if you have a look on the website and go on to the new in, then which is underneath the video, they'll all be down there. You'll be able to see what we've got there. So that's the first one. This one we only put on the website, I think it was yesterday, and it's been really busy for this already. I'd love a top out of this, you know, like the box top that we have on the Half Yard Club. I think that would look lovely in this fabric. I really do. I think it's beautiful. Alana's late. That's okay, Alana, you're only 5 minutes. You can stand in the naughty corner later. But I love the black background. I think for those of you, or us, because I'm the same, that feel safer wearing dark colours because I think they're more flattering, but you don't want to look like you're going to a funeral, then this is going to be ideal for you. And again, it's that really nice quality. Would we bring you anything less? And then we've got another one. This is so soft. In the jersey department, and this has a totally different feel because it's brushed. Oh, I wish we had touchy telly TV. It'll happen one day, won't it? Because this feels like velvet, but it is actually a stretch jersey. You'll be so impressed. This is so soft. It's gorgeous. Patricia, thanks for getting back to me about the jacket, but I can't find it. Please help. I'll get back to you after, Patricia. I'll have to go back through my messages because, to be honest, I can't remember what your question was. Hello, Shauna in Marrakesh, Michaela in Suffolk, and S.A. McAlpine in Toronto. Welcome back again. Nice to see you again. And thank you, Debbie Deakin. Hopefully it will go ahead. Hello from, Marrakesh. Did I say that? That's Shauna. Love your accent. Thank you very much. Lorraine. Could you email info@halfyardsewingclub.com, and that'll take you straight through to the Half Yard Club team, who are there and working right at the moment, so they should be able to get back to you straight away and help you out. That's going to be the quickest way. So again, it's info@halfyardsewingclub.com. So if you've got any problems signing up, then that's the quickest way to go. Because if you message me, then I'll just pass it on to them anyway, because they know what they're doing technically better than I do. Glad you like the plum one. Love it when you chat amongst each other as well. Hi Mandy. Right, I'm going to be using some of these, so I've chopped into them a little bit. You may have seen these in bundles before, but now they're available on their own. Hello Sally Ann in New South Wales. So I'm going to use this one, and I'm going to use one of these cloudy blenders. These are brand new as well. I think these only went on yesterday. And I'm going to be using the inky one too. And again, I can't remember what they're called, but they're all on under the new section on the website if you wanted those. These are quilting cottons. They're 112 centimeters wide. And again, they're really lovely quality. So for blenders, they're just beautiful. If you like me, I do use plains. I use plains a lot, but sometimes you want just a little bit of added interest, but without taking anything away from the printed fabrics that you're using. Then these kind of things are quite soft and subtle. In this range, there's this one, and again, you might have seen these in bundles, but not on their own. And this one, hello Helena in South Africa. This is a fabric that actually my sister's just bought 4 meters of, because she's been asked to make some chair covers and chair backs. So that's the one that she's going to go to for that. Thank you very much, Tracy. Leslie Bobbin's outside today. It's a lovely sunny day here in Lincolnshire. What's it like where you are? Wherever you are in the world. It's a lovely dog walking day, I think. It's freezing this morning. Really nice and sunny in the garden, but down here in my studio at the bottom of the garden, we don't have any daylight coming in, because Gary likes to be kind of in control of the lighting in the studio. So it was freezing when I came down this morning, left the heater on for an hour, came back, and it was baking. It was like a sauna in here. It was lovely. Okay, that's those. Now we do have lots of bundles on the website still. We've got like a growing library of oh sorry, you're talking to somebody else, of bundles on the website. Some are patterns, some are plain, some are big bundles, some are pairs, some are canvases, and some are just cottons. Sunny in Sherwood Forest. Hello, Dakshayani in India. I hope I've got that right. Nice to have you along today. Grey in London. Oh, that's a shame. Right. So bundle wise, we've got some new ones. Bright colours. These are 140 centimetres wide, so you've got a lot of fabric there, and there's ½ metre of each of your 5 colours. And again, I can't remember what we've called these. They'll be on the website anyway. I should have had a look, shouldn't I? I can't remember. I'm not in charge of that. Hi Sue in the Wirral, and Velma in Georgia in USA. Oh, a lovely day for the beach over there. So those are, that reminds me of a sunrise. The beautiful fabrics, and all 100% cotton. And the final bundle that we have for you today. Hi Pauline. is the canvas collection. Look at these colours, aren't they rich? So we have a grey and like a terracotta and a deep forest green and then a sky blue as well. So good fabrics if you're mixing and matching as well with other canvases or that kind of weights of fabric would be really good. Hello Maria in Portugal. Linda says it's cloudy in Toronto. Cold in Great Yarmouth, says Ange. Kirsty's made her first trousers over the weekend. Congratulations. So just bought the trouser pattern from our website. Yes, we've started selling patterns as well. We have simplicity patterns at the moment, but there's quite a few different sorts on there. We've specifically gone for the ones that are easy. So nothing complicated with the patterns that are on there. So if you've not used one before, or maybe you're a different type of sewer but you want to have a go at dressmaking, then the patterns that we have are ideal for you. What else have we got? Good. Sarah is not on the naughty step this afternoon. She spends a lot of time on the naughty step. You know when steps have been worn over years and they start to kind of have that shape where footprints of generations, it's like that on Sarah's naughty step. She's there that often. Cold in Leicestershire. All over the place in Somerset, says Marilyn. Hello Sylvia in Germany, welcome along to you. Should we do some sewing? I've already cut a few of the pieces. I should have brought a box cushion down, shouldn't I? Never thought. Busy morning this morning. But basically there is a kit actually on the website for one, but this is going to be a little bit different. So basically the cushion is kind of 4 squares like that, and then it has a hello Mia Maria in Finland, just got home from work. And then we have these pleats that go down the centre and across that way like that. So it's quite a simple cushion, but it really does look striking. Hello Belinda in South Africa. So I'm going to, what am I going to do? I'm going to join these together first. So instead of having the 4 squares as I normally do with these, I'm going to make 4 half square triangles. So I thought it'd look a little bit different to what we've done previously. So these are 7-inch squares. It's going to be quite a small cushion, but of course you can make those in any size that you like. Just tidy this up a little bit, get things out of the way. Going to have a little bit of cold coffee while here as well. Denise loves the dragon. That is, if you didn't see it on Saturday, that's his second project from the Half Yard Club, which will be out on the 15th, but you may have seen a little sneaky preview of it if you're a Half Yard Club member, because we've been asking for names for her. So mine's a girl, but of course you can make that make it in any fabric that you like, and you can personalise it as well. Actually, shall I get it for you? Have a look at this fabric, because this isn't very ladylike as I'm doing this, because I'm still tied to my mic thing. Here she is. I must get a radio mic for this one. So she's quite big. She's very easy to make. Doesn't take an awful lot of fabric, and she's got these really pretty little wings. But I'm thinking if you're a little bit more experienced maybe, or you want to have a go, you could make it into a dinosaur. You could put spines down its back. I was thinking of adding something to the end of the tail, but then I thought no, it doesn't need it. Also played with putting a mop of hair on the top, but it started to look a little bit like a horse, so that wasn't going to work. So yeah, I think she's lovely. I'm really pleased with her. You could also, I mean, the legs are just stitched onto this one, but instead of sewing it to the body, if you sewed a couple of buttons on each side and took the thread all the way through and got some really nice strong thread, you could make it so that the legs move, so she can sit down and lie down as well. So anyway, that's what you're getting on the, where can you go? Let's put you there. On the 15th, if you are a Half Yard Club member. So I'm glad you like her. Anyway, let's get on with this sewing. So yeah, Denise, I wanted a bigger one. Bigger than I thought she was, said Beverly. Yes, she's a nice big size. Right, I'm going to put my iron on. Oh, got my head right in the way then, didn't and just give these a press, because I can't work with creasy fabrics myself. Let's do this. You know, there's no reason as well why you couldn't upsize the pattern. I don't know where you go, because it's it turns out to be an A3, but you know, sometimes when you see patterns, put a selvage on there, look, that'll never do, and it says upsize by 200%, you can maybe make a huge one. Right, let's just get that. Hello, Cornelia in Bristol. Thank you, Sarah. No, I like it. Oh, and that one, look, what am I playing at with these selvages? And that one. There we go. Right, so I'm just lining these flat and then I'm going to pair them together. Hello, Jennifer in in Australia. Welcome along, nice to have your company today. She's new to us today. Don't forget as well, if you press on the subscribe button and the bell, you'll have an email, like lots of you have today, that when I go live, or if I've got any news for you, I can send an email out to everybody who subscribes, so it's worth doing that. It doesn't cost anything. Right, so I'm going to put these together, one plain and one print. Got my head in there. I moved the camera thinking that you'd get a better view, and I think I'm getting in the way a bit, aren't I? So I'll have a couple of pins in here. Oh no, it's not a new one, Linda, it's the same iron. I don't know what I did last time. It might have been a fuse or something, but it seems to be working okay now. Showery in Gloucestershire. Oh, don't send it this way, will you, Sandra? I want to walk the dog later. She hasn't been out for 2 days. I have a dog who's terrified of rain. So even the very light misty rain, she will not go outside. Now yesterday, because I was down at the office yesterday, Gary took her for a walk and he literally got round the corner. It started to rain and he said I couldn't hold her back. He was like water skiing behind her all the way back. Terrified. Right, I'm going to draw a line diagonally from one side to the other. Nice to use flathead pins. These are flower head. We've got some button head ones on the website because they don't interfere with your ruler when you put it on top. So let's draw straight down the centre of each one of these. And down here. So you might have seen this before. I think half square triangles are one of the most common patchwork pieces. They're easy, and with this one you don't have to worry about matching the points up in the centre because we're going to stick a button over the middle of it anyway. Snowing in Shrewsbury, Sam's sister-in-law says. I think she's winding you up. What we're going to do now is to sew 1/4 inch down each side. Now, to be honest, if you are a quilter and you've got your 1/4 inch foot and you're used to everything being 1/4 inch, then sew your 1/4 inch. It doesn't really matter on this as long as the seams are all the same. So I'm just going to use the edge of the foot of my sewing machine, which is a little bit wider than 1/4 inch, but I can, so that's fine. So let's pop that on there and find my foot pedal and sew straight down. Make sure that's nice and straight. I'm going to trim these squares back down again afterwards as well. I do find it easier with half square triangles that you make them a little bit too big. I'm not too much of a perfectionist as far as patchwork is concerned. To be honest, I don't have the patience. So there we go. So I'm making it a little bit bigger so I can trim it down so I get exactly the right size. So and no. That'll do. Then we will get my mat up, which is, I must get a smaller one for up here actually. This is rather large. And where did I put the rotary cutter? There it is. I've just knocked my dragon off. My day is very good, thank you very much, Cheryl, on YouTube. House buying. I'm still crossing everything, to be honest. I had a call I was saying earlier just before I went live to say, yeah, it's all going to go ahead, but until it actually does, then I'm still crossing everything. And that's very kind of you to say, so thank you, Cheryl. Right, I'm cutting straight down the centre of that line. Like so. Oh, a new blade in my rotary cutter, don't you love it? So I've got 4 bits. Well, that didn't work too well for a new blade in my rotary cutter, did it? Literally put it in just before we went, maybe I need screwing up a bit, before I came to you this morning. Right, so we've got 4 of those. And I need to press those as well. Or I shan't put you there because if anything drops off the front, I can't go around and fetch it. Right, so we have these. It may be a little drunk dragon. That's a good name, Drunk the Dragon. Oh, thank you, Mama Char. She's been making totes and wallets, she says. Right, you go back in there. I'm not going to press the seams open. I'm going to press them to one side. So I'll press them towards the plain side there. Quite effective, isn't it? I love these 2 colours together as well. Like so. And we do that with all 4 pieces. You haven't missed ooh, I can't talk. You haven't missed much, Jill, who's just arrived. I'm just making quarter square triangles. These are 7 inches square to make a cushion cover with a little bit of a difference. Samantha, did you do this? Oh, the skirt weekend. Was that the skirt on the half yard club? Yes, Maud. Good quality cutting mats. Although the cutting, I've cut so much fabric, and my son cuts fabric for me as well, on the cutting mat that I have in the house, that it's literally almost gone through it. You know, they're supposed to be self-healing. This one is practically dismembered. It's had so many cuts on it. But I've had it for years, so that's fine. A tomato bin cushion. That's a good idea. Morning, Kath in Toronto. Right, let's get this back up again. This is a clover one, which is quite nice. And we'll square them off. And again, I'm not, because this is it. This is just the 4 pieces being joined together. It doesn't matter if you decide to trim them down to, what do we start off at? 7 inches, 6 inches, 6.5 inches. I'll just go for as big as you can. So I'm going to do 6 inches for these. So if you put your ruler with the 45-degree mark along the diagonal line, because when you're cutting them, we want these seams to be right in the corners. So a smaller ruler would have helped, but my smaller one's actually 5 inches, which is a little bit too small for this one. So I'm using a big one. So we do this on all 4 pieces. Don't think you can cheat and do them all together because it won't work. You need to do each one of these individually. And just one more little bit here. So we need to do that with all 4 pieces. So we've got 4 triangles or 4 squares that look exactly the same. So again, 45-degree mark straight along the line. And these are 6 inches squares. But you could make a huge cushion. You could make 10-inch squares. You could make a pin cushion, make 3-inch squares. So 45-degree line across there again. And trim that down. And then one final side here till I've got 6 inches square. But you know, this isn't going to be a quilt, so don't worry too much. It's a nice kind of introduction to patchwork and quilting. Well, patchwork, I'm not going to quilt it, because it's so easy. Okay, so 6 inches there. See, if I was a proper quilter, I wouldn't be wasting any of this fabric. I'd be making this exactly to the size first time. Oh, hiya, Bob. What you found? I think there's a fly on the floor. So last one here. Hello. Hello, sweetie pie. My Bob cam isn't working still, so I can't introduce you to Bobbin if you haven't seen her before. Warm and sunny in Canary Wharf, says Dawn. About time, isn't it? We had a bit of sunshine over here. She grunted then, did you hear that? Oh, Chris in the New Forest, I'm glad you're enjoying everything. Just made the tissue box, she says. Where am I with this one? There we go, 6 inches. Right, that will do for my squares and chopping. Let me show you where we are. So now I can arrange these in any way that I like. So I could have 2 like that and 2 like that. Or I could go like that, like that, like that, like that. I could do a pinwheel. That's not right, is it? Like that. What am I doing? That one. That's the one. That's the pinwheel. So I could have them like that. I could have... How would that work? So have a play with them and see what you think. 4 of those in the middle. I could have 4 of those in the middle. I could do it like that. I'm going to have a bit of a pinwheel thing though, I think, because I like that kind of look. So there. So I'm going to go for that. Just finished some projects. I've made Madison and Robin, Madison peg bag. Oh wow, you've been busy, Tracy. Harrison, my big enormous ginger cat is now sitting on the arm of the chair and watching. Why wouldn't he? Okay, so now we're going to take 4-inch strips. Okay, so 4 inches wide, and I'm going to cut those. I will use my scissors. I'm not getting my mat up again. There's my scissors. Use those ones. I'll just use that to cut them, and I'll need 2 of these. And again, I'm not cutting exact at the moment. We can always trim these down later. So 4 inches wide by 6 inches long for 2 of those, and we're going to sew those right sides together. Oh, make sure I've got them the right way, hadn't I? That's not right, is it? That was it. And again, I'm not worried about that exact 1/4 inch seam allowance with this. I don't think it's important right now. Like that. And then the same with that one. I'm going to keep opening them out and checking that I've got them in the right place. So that, go on, right sides together here. Oh, don't forget as well, if you are ordering anything on the website and you're a club member, don't forget your 10% discount. I get lots of you messaging just saying, oh, I forgot to put the discount on, you're in such a hurry to check out, and asking where you can find that on the Half Yard Club website as well. If you go into the About Me section, then it's right there on the right hand side of your screen. Right, I'm just going to do this. I was going to say I'd show you, but then I'm showing everybody, aren't I? So I'm arranging my pinwheel again, so I know I've got everything in the right place. And this is going to go to the top of here, and that's going to go to the top of there. I haven't done stained glass effect patchwork, Wendy, actually, because they're a bit too big. Let me make sure I'm lining the edges up. But it does look very effective, doesn't it? Is that using like the Cornelli, what do they call it, where you have the very narrow bias binding in black? It's very effective. Jackie Bailey, hopefully it won't be long. And then that, oh, I think I've done that wrong, haven't I? That to that, that to that. I have, look, oh, have I? Why have I done that? Why did I do that? Okay, rectifiable. How did I do that then? I was being so careful putting these together. I bet you were sitting at home shouting at me, weren't you? So that, I've done two of them wrong, haven't I? Honestly. So that there, then I wanted that there, not there. No, I'm going to have to unpick them. Well, I wasn't expecting that. I was being so careful. See, this is what happens when you're talking to people at the same time as you're sewing. It doesn't really work, does it? So that one can go there and that one can go there. So I can do those two okay. Right, well, let's do that. So that goes there and that one goes there. Okay. There we go. Right, and then, oh, I was right, I just got it upside down. Honestly, I was being so careful. Right, we're going to iron that now. And so no one picking today, that's a bonus. What have you got inside your sewing machine? Yes, Zally, right, this is Bosal foam. This is actually a project which I did on the Half Yard Club Facebook page. It's a free project for you. You don't have to be a member for that one. So if you go over to Half Yard Sewing Club and go to videos, you should see a thumbnail. You should see a thumbnail with that sewing machine mat on it. But yes, it's Bosal. Right. So I'm pressing it along the seams to make those nice and crisp. With the seam right on the edge. And then I'm going to take these two seams and fold those to the centre. And try and make sure that both sides are even. And join those up and then press again. And then we'll have a couple of pins in there, I think. Connie, we haven't got a name, I don't think, for the dragon yet. That was the Half Yard Club girls doing that one, so I don't think they've chosen anybody yet. And that can go there. Just to hold that flat for now. And then we'll do the same with this side. So again, take the seams. I know, Denise, I thought I got them wrong, and then they were right. Just got them upside down. Debbie Deakin and the Twisted Tote. It's very effective though, isn't it? That's one of my YouTube videos. So press along there, and then again join the two seams together. You could mark the centre if you wanted to, but we're by eyeing it. Okay, then we'll have a couple of pins in here. Like so, that's hot. And like so. Right, and then I'm going to sew just across each end here. In fact, I'll just sew right in the corners of each one of those, just to hold that in place before we put the rest of it together. So right up close to the edge, well within the seam allowance. And on this one. And then I can take the pins out. And the same on this side. And over here. Pins out. And then I can just trim this blue bit down. It was slightly too long, so that can be trimmed down to size now. And on this side. Joan, it's on where you are now on Facebook. If you go to videos, so across the top of the screen it should say discussion and photos, and I can't remember what else is up there, but if you click on videos, and then you'll see all of the thumbnails for all of the videos that I put on over the weeks, and if you go right down to January the 2nd, then there'll be a picture of that mat on a thumbnail, and click on that one and that's the video. Okay, so now I've got those two pieces, and they're going to open up slightly when the cushion pad goes in, so we see behind it, and I need to put another strip straight down the centre here. So that's not quite long enough, and that one's fine. So let's do this. So this one is now going to be sewn right sides together in the centre of those two pieces. Again, making sure that they're not upside down. Julie, well spotted. Took me a while to figure that out. Turn that over. And so that's not quite straight at the top, look, so I'm just going to inch it up a little bit. And sew all the way down. Now again, I'm not worried about the points in the centre matching and meeting, because I'm going to put a button in the middle anyway. So if they do all meet up, that's the bonus. That's a good idea. So I'll just have like a multicoloured, every triangle different kind of look. So again, right sides together here. And we'll sew. So I don't pin normally with things like this. I find it easier not to. It's quicker for me. And then we'll need to give that a press as well. So just drop my mat. So just like I did with the shorter pieces, lovely in the borrow, says Elaine, and press with the seam right on the top. If anything, you could roll slightly towards the dark side if you can't get the seam right on the top. That wouldn't really make a difference. I wasn't going to line it. Should we line it? What do you think? Should we line this or not? I was just going to do an envelope back because I thought it was more about the front than the backing, but we could line it as well. I would just think if you're going to give it as a gift, or if you're selling anything, then I would line it. If I'm just in it for myself, then I wouldn't bother. Now, just like we did before, these two are now going to go to the centre. Like so. So almost, not too bad, but I'm going to have a button over there, so it doesn't matter. Okay, we'll line it then. Right, I've got to put my thinking cap on there for a second because it's been a while since I've lined a cushion. Okay. So I'm going to put a few stitches right in the centre to hold that together. So I'm going to go across from one side down to the other. And then turn it around and make a cross in the opposite direction as well. That obviously needs to be smaller than the button, but the button I'm going to use is that. so it covers any stitches. And then just like I did before, let's sew within the seam allowance right down the edge. There. So just trim to do there. Just trim these bits off just to make it square, and then I'll have my button on in the centre. Lay flat. So I've already got my needle threaded up, so I don't have to sit and watch me do that. And let's go straight from the back to the front. And just sew the needle, sew the button on. Just to decorate it a bit. Got loads of buttons on the website as well, I don't know if you've seen those. Videos you can't find where we showed how to line it with no visible seams. That's what I'm going to do, Dorothy. Yes, we shall line it with no visible seams. If I can remember. That wasn't part of the plan, but you know, you have to do what you're asked, don't you? But it is a nice finish, as I said, if you're going to sell what you're making, or if you're giving it as a gift, because invariably it's going to come off the cushion at some point and go into the wash, so it's quite nice to have it all finished on the inside, isn't it? Right, I haven't actually got a cushion pad this size, because I knew it was going to be small. I wanted a small one, but it'll probably be, where's my ruler gone? Well, it's not exactly small, is it? Can you lose that? It'll probably be about 10 inches, 11 inches by the time I finish. I'm just going to get some, put some toy filler inside this one. Right, so you're there, you're there, you're there. And that's how we're looking now. So you can see when it is nice and plump and fat, those will all open up slightly, and I think that is a really nice effect. Oh, there you are on the floor. What are you doing down there? Bear with me a sec. Look at my cushion while I dismount again and pick up things that I'm dropping on the floor. Right. Jenny, I'm so pleased you started sewing. It's quite flattering when you say it's because of me, but that's really nice of you to say so, thank you. Okay, so the envelope, now let's do this first. So lining, have I got something that doesn't really matter so much? I don't think I have. Okay, so how much of this have we got? And how much of that have I got? That'll be enough for the back, so we'll do that one on the back, and I'll do this one for the lining. So the lining literally needs to be the same size as the front. Deborah's going to watch later. That's all right, Deborah. Thank you for getting in touch. That needs pressing again. It's annoying me. Right, so let's just cut down here. And there. So that's the lining bit. And then the back of it, I'm going to have in this fabric, and I'm just going to make an envelope back. So I'll need 2 pieces of fabric for the back. Let me have a look if that will be big enough. Yes, it will. So 2 pieces of fabric, and I'm going to overlap these completely. So sometimes with an envelope back you can save a little bit of fabric by kind of turning the edge over and hemming it, but you've got a very thin back then. So if we're going to go for the lined bit, then we're going to go for the lined backing as well. So the same width. I'll measure this for you as well while I'm here. So my cushion cover is actually 11 inches square. So I'll need a piece 11 inches across. And this is all coming from 1/2 metre pieces, so you can see I've got plenty here and that measures 19 inches in length. So I've got enough to make another one the other way around, maybe have that as the border down the centre. Okay, so we're going to fold these in half, and we don't need you anymore, and we'll press them. Like so. Old cushions and pillows from charity shops, that's a good idea. Kath's making a Wonky Street cushion. I love your Wonky Street pictures. Shall I show you that in a minute on the Half Yard Club website? Because loads of you is... Oh no, Mary, it's fine. It's absolutely fine, don't worry. It's a nice way of finishing a cushion, this one. Who's mentioning housework? Don't do that. Not on a Saturday morning, not on a Wednesday afternoon. Right, let's press this. And there. Why are you not sitting straight? I'll make you. There we go. 5-inch squares for the flags, 4-inch for the contract. Yes, I think so, because it gives a nice kind of depth there. Maybe you could lose half an inch off it, but by the time you've folded that over, you know, you've only got kind of a 2-inch kind of fold in the middle there. So I'd still go for the 4 inches with 5-inch squares. Deirdre. Now then, that goes there, that goes there. These are going to overlap. So the folded edge is going there. That's rather a lot actually, but that's fine. And that's going to go there like that. So we'll have a few pins in there. It's a little bit like making the, in fact we'll do this from the other side. The clutch bag that I've got on YouTube, it's the same kind of method of making it where you don't actually see any seams on the inside, which is quite nice. So that goes there, that goes there. Okay. So I'm literally going to sew across the bottom. Did I get my head in the way there? Or maybe my camera's not in such a good place. Right. I was just watching, was it Jean has her alarm set? Right, straight across the bottom. Why are you going slow? Speed up. There we go. Oh, Karen, squares for a 16-inch cushion. So 16 divided by 2, so you've got 8-inch squares. So I would cut 9-inch squares so that you can trim it down a little bit if you like. We've got the cheekiest blackbird outside. We called him Jack Black. And if Bobbin's out there with a bone or a chew or anything, she will literally walk up to the dog and take the bone away from her. That's what she's doing outside at the moment. She's very cheeky. Right. And then, oh God, coffee. This one goes right sides down over the top. I'm sure I've got this right. So let's take this out and repin everything, because I don't want the pins to be on the inside. And I'll have one there. So this is the seam that I already sewed, so I'm going to sew all the way around but leave a gap in the seam that I've sewn. So I'm going to start right over the top of that seam. I'll leave a gap of about 4 inches. And just back tack to make that strong. And let's go all the way around. I'm giving it about 1/2 inch seam allowance at the side here as well, because as you can see my fabric seems to have shifted a little bit. Not quite that much. That'll do. But I do like to sew kind of the final part of the cushion from the top, because that's the bit that you're going to see. And the rest of it can be trimmed back to that if I need to, like I will do with this one actually. So over the bits at the side, keep that nice and flat. Down into the corner, back on top of that seam that I started sewing originally, and straight across the top of the seam that's there. It's like a Union Jack, doesn't it? Then we can take the pins out. Hi Jane, watching in a lunch break. Like that. And then I'm going to trim this back a little bit because it grew as I was sewing. Got a pin there, look. Where did I leave the gap? Where did I leave the pin, more to the point? There we are. We'll snip off the corners to cut down on the bulk and make the points a little bit more pointy, like so. And then we'll turn it the right side out and see if I remembered how to do it properly. Where's the gap gone? Now the first time you turn this the right side out, it won't seem as though you've done it right.
Coffee?
Oh yes please.
God, the traffic out there. Sorry it's late.
So how's Sid?
Good.
She's alright? Yeah.
Yes,
I was telling everybody you'd taken her to the vets.
It's just old age.
Is it? Has she
Yeah.
got any medication or anything?
No, just love and tenderness.
Oh, okay. That's a relief, isn't it? But if you weren't listening right from the beginning, that's one of my 21-year-old cats that's just been to the vet with a water obsession, but it seems that she's going to be okay. So that's good news. Right, so this is what happens when you turn it outside the first time and you think, where is my patchwork gone? It's all wrong. But the thing is, when you turn it through again, so you're going to have to sew this bit by hand, okay? Because if you sew it on machine, you're going to see it. So where the stitch line is there, fold that in, and then you're going to hand sew that part there. So this is actually the inside of the cushion cover, and there's no raw edges all the way around. And then when you turn it through again, as if by magic, one day, you know, he'll end up bringing you all these coffees. Let's push those out, and there we are. So let me just push these corners out before we do the big reveal. Inside this one. Thanks, Sheila. Yeah, I'm sure, yeah, she'll be fine. She's just very old and kind of things you expect, really. But she's molting all over the place. She's looking very, very scruffy. But, yeah, she'll be fine for now. And that's my cushion cover finished. So it does need another press. And obviously a cushion pad to go inside it. And that's trimming off there. And again, when that's nice and fat with a cushion pad, and I'll fill it in a minute, I'll do a picture of the thumbnail of the video anyway, those will open up slightly so you see the cross in the centre. And then on the back, that's a little bit deep, to be honest. Yeah, shouldn't maybe have done it quite so deep, maybe overlapping about 2/3, not all the way there, but you get the idea. And that's going to make it a nice little cushion cover. But again, I'm not going to use a cushion pad, I'm just going to fill that with toy filler. Lisa's cat lived till 22. Oh, we had one live till, how old was Minka? I think he was 26 when he died. That was a while ago. That was my eldest son's cat. Yeah, that's the oldest cat we've ever had. And the youngest one actually was Tom, who died last year, and he was 16. So we do okay with cats in the old age brackets. Yeah, that's the hair everywhere. I try and keep her in one room at the moment. Oh, Jay de la Cour. It's Jewel, isn't it? Sorry, I was trying to think of your name. Jewel, it's not actually that difficult. Have a look back through the video if you just joined us and have a look, 'cause it's really not difficult to do at all. Oh, sirens every day for Heather. I just wanted to show before I go, quick look at the Half Yard Club website, because I am getting lots of questions about it. It's a new website, so it's just been updated. If you wanted more details, have a look on my Facebook page from not last Saturday, the Saturday before, and I went through all of the features from the Half Yard Club's new website. But if you wanted the discount code, let's see if this works. There we go. This is the home page. Oh, I'm not signed in. Look, let me sign in and I'll show you. So when you go to the home page like this, that's signing in. Bit slow today. If you go to About Me, I'm not going to click on it now because it'll show you the code, but that's where you're going to find the code for your 10% discount on my website. So there isn't a link from here to the Debbie Shaw Sewing website, that's purely the code. The sewing projects, I want to show the pictures on here as well. This month you've got the made to measure skirt. The weekend bag is the one that's going to come down, so you need to download that. Or let me show you that as well actually. Anything that has a video to it, when it comes down we give you a month's notice to download the project so you can save it. So if you go on to the instructions, because this one had a video with it, so I'm running very slow today, so do bear with me. There'll be a QR code, there we go, right at the top. So you can save that, you can actually print out the instructions anyway, because these are going to disappear next month, but save this, and then when you click on it, it will go to straight to the video. Or when you put that on your smartphone or your tablet, if you hover your camera over there, it should take you straight to a video. So you don't have to download the video onto your PC basically. If you don't have a smartphone or tablet, there is the website address here. It's a Vimeo address, so copy that and then you'll have that forever. So again, you still don't have to where have I gone, to download the video onto your PC, because we're going to have these videos coming down every month now, and we don't want to take up room on your PC by just filling it all with lots and lots of videos. So if you do it this way, then you'll be able to save either the code, print it off, or the address, and then just go to that, so we're not using up your PC space basically. So that's just what I wanted to show you. We're still there, aren't we? I'm talking away. I'm talking away to you and you're not even there. I'm looking at this. If we go to, again, the sewing projects and scroll down a little bit, we're getting lots of wonky street pictures coming in. Look at all of these wonks. So if you wanted to add your pictures, because it'd be lovely to see them, then all you need to do is to drag and drop here to upload the images. They'll come up here, and then place your note, and your picture will come up here as well. And then we'll get around to turning these around so they're the right way. But they're some really, look at these, aren't they fantastic? This is one of my favourite projects from the club, and it's so exciting. I love that. So exciting to see what you've been doing with them as well. Look at all of those. Absolutely splendid. Anyway, I've been here for an hour. We've made a cushion cover, we've done a bit of sewing. I've got a brand new coffee, which is nice and hot. My cat's okay, the house is going through, things are good at this end. Hopefully they are with you as well. So I shall see you again on Saturday morning at 11 o'clock, Facebook and YouTube. Don't know what I'm doing yet, but we'll sew something else. I'll go and stuff this and take a picture of it and put that on here as well, so you can see what it looks like when it's finished. Where are we down here? I hate missing your comments and things. I will, where have you gone? Where's my YouTubers gone? There you are. I do go through these after. I might not be able to reply to everybody, because I do get hundreds of messages, and in fact I get hundreds of messages on the website as well, so do bear with me. If you've got any questions, I will get through them. So again, lovely to have your company today. Oh, there's the bell ringing, it must be 3 o'clock. I'll see you again on Saturday, so do take care, keep up the sewing, keep your pictures coming in, and I shall see you again soon. Bye bye.